Who am I? Lobster #1.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Kenan Thompson moments to celebrate his 20th season on SNL.
I can still hear my grandmama now yelling, "It's roaches in that pie, Willie!"
For this list, we're looking at the longest-running SNL castmates' highlights across his landmark 2 decades on the live comedy sketch show. What is your favorite Kenan moment on SNL? Give us all a good laugh in the comments. Number 20, Live Report. A reporter, played by Thompson, is sent to a sinkhole site where he manages to bag an interview with 2 witnesses. Only a tiny detail from their account quickly derails the entire broadcast.
I'm just very happy my wife and I are okay.
This is your wife?
Yes.
Watching Kenan try to make sense of the couple's relationship is absolutely hysterical. It's impossible not to laugh when he discovers the stunning woman is a Kennedy who chose to double barrel with her husband's unfortunate last name.
And you married this woman whose name is...
Oh, Alexandra Kennedy Shaft.
She's a Kennedy, and she put a shat on it.
And who knew that pointing out someone wearing Crocs and socks could make us chuckle this much? Thompson does an excellent job of relaying the reporter's shock and indignation that we almost forget this is just a sketch. It never stops being hilarious.
Neil McNabb reporting live from a world that no longer makes sense.
Number 19, Parole Board. In this kooky sketch, Kenan plays a prisoner who tries to convince a parole board to reduce his life sentence. Only that's not exactly the reduced life sentence they have in mind.
You're not walking out of here.
At this point, you should only be thinking about what you want for your last meal.
A man.
Sorry?
For my last meal, 1 man, please.
No!
The sketch is eerily dark, yet Thompson still makes it strangely lighthearted. His comedic delivery is perfect, surprising, and amusing us with every twist and turn.
Did I eat those people? Yes, I did. Did I enjoy it? Immensely. Would I do it again? Point me towards a homeless shelter.
It's such a bizarre sketch that we're not sure how he got through it without breaking character at least once. Seriously, it's impressive given how outrageous many of his lines are.
Take a little nibble out of his arm and nibble on it like corn on the cob. Nom, 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 nom.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you want to eat your younger self?
Does that make me rehabilitated? Yes, it does.
This isn't one of Kenan's characters we'd like to meet, but we enjoy watching him on repeat through the safety of our screens. Number 18, Weekend Update. LeVar Ball on his son LaMelo Ball. The overzealous, overenthusiastic, and generally over-the-top LeVar Ball is arguably one of Kenan's best recurring characters. He never fails to bring the laughs and chaos with every Weekend Update appearance.
I already got 10 shots of each vaccine. Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and my own home remedy, Lavaltrex.
While any Ball sighting is a treat, one in particular stands above the rest. On this occasion, he drops by to talk about vaccinations and his son LaMelo's impressive rookie season.
LaMelo has got this, and after he's won, he's going to unite both North and South Carolina into a Super Carolina called Carolisis.
The entire sketch is nonstop laugh-out-loud hilarious.
And I got a 4th son who's tearing up the Australian League, Ladingo.
Ladingo?
Yeah, he'll dunk on you and then steal your baby.
Even Kenan and Weekend Update host Michael Che can't help but chuckle throughout. Thompson's ball is simply joy-inducing and so brilliant that he even manages to sell us on his Caramello shoes.
30 feet in the air while your feet are covered in sweet cocoa decadocadocuses. But that's not all. What's the matter, Michael?
You know a character is well played when even those involved can't stop laughing. Number 17, Two Worlds Collide featuring Reba McEntire. This musical sketch answers the question, should country music and rap ever overlap?
America's sweetheart, Miss Reba McEntire.
Yeah, how you doing, Andy?
We about to take it to the top. Hit 'em, Reba.
In it, Kenan plays Reba McEntire. Well, kinda. While Andy Samberg plays himself and is besotted with the country icon. The whole thing plays out like a fever dream, with Samberg happily rapping about their relationship, while Thompson drops a few truth bombs that Samberg gleefully sweeps under the carpet.
My friends girls think I should dump her. They say she's a man who found a wig in a dumpster. Your friends are smart. Nah, Reeves, they're just jealous cause I'm dating a star instead of hanging with the fellas.
We'd have loved to be in the room when they came up with this sketch because it is truly bonkers. Yet Kenan's commitment to the role is outstanding and way too funny. Plus, his nonchalant delivery of some of the most comical lines is on point. It's also just a really catchy tune.
Two worlds collide, we the new Bonnie and Clyde. Reba. From haystacks to Maybachs, our love will survive. For Reba, I'll ride till the day that we die. I'm Reba.
Number 16, Michael Che's neighbor Willie on the COVID-19 vaccine. If you need a shot of optimism, might we suggest getting in touch with Michael Che's neighbor Willie?
It's a Christmas miracle. The vaccine is finally here.
I don't know if I trust this vaccine, Willie.
Oh, I was skeptical too, Michael. I've been searching for that vaccine since March.
Possibly the happiest or most blissfully naive man alive. Any appearance from Che's happy-go-lucky neighbor is guaranteed to leave you grinning from ear to ear. In one of our favorites, Willie stops by to talk about the COVID-19 vaccines.
Well, Michael, if you want to hit the lotto, you got to crack some eggs.
What?
And finally, I just got lucky, and the CEO of Pfizer personally knocked on my window to give me the vaccine.
Turns out he put in more effort than most of us to find an effective jab, and he's not too worried about the side effects.
We all have birth defects.
I said side effects.
But that's not the vaccine's fault. At most, it makes you a little sleepy. But you wake up in a tub of ice, good as new.
Willie's personal anecdotes are outrageously bleak, but in the funniest possible way. And again, Michael Che cannot keep a straight face for long. If you ask us, we do not get to see Willie nearly enough. Number 15, Weekend Update. David Ortiz's post-retirement plans. Is anyone better suited to take on pop culture's larger-than-life personalities than Kenan Thompson? If this send-up of former baseball player David Big Papi Ortiz is anything to go by, the answer is no.
Welp.
Well,
Yeah, welp. Welp. You looking for a good seafood restaurant in Cleveland? Well, I can't help you.
What makes the character so lovable is that he's clearly an exaggerated caricature of the actual man, which allows Kenan and the writers to take plenty of creative liberties. Still, while we wouldn't necessarily get on board with Ortiz's punny sponsors, a big lunch with the sportsman sounds divine.
I'm sorry, lunch?
That's right. Before the big game, all the players got together in the clubhouse and we all have a big lunch.
We particularly enjoyed Thompson's Ortiz relaying his plans for post-retirement life. Ortiz might be out of the game, but we hope Kenan does not retire this impression soon.
But I'm still gonna be a spokesman for Bay East Bowl. Bay East Bowl. Do you like basketball and football, but they too fun and fast? Try Bay East Bowl.
Number 14, That's the Game. In this sketch, Chris Redd's character decides he wants to take over the business and plans a coup to overthrow the boss, played by Thompson. But it quickly becomes clear that he has no idea what running the operation entails, and there's a reason Thompson's character was in charge.
I just asked you, who would you call? How much would you charge? How would you sell it? What's its number? And where you get those little plastic baggies?
This sketch is so memorable thanks to Kenan's typically straight delivery that still garners plenty of laughs. He might be subject to an employee mutiny, but there's no denying who the king really is.
And you know about supply-side economics. Word. But you can't flood the market after all.
Right, because of
Price per unit contraction. Then you gotta weigh earnings against overhead.
Ooh, it is hot in here.
Everyone involved performed the whole sketch excellently, but Thompson and Redd's dynamic proves they are an underrated powerhouse team. This sketch was entertaining, and we even learned a little something too.
But it ain't gonna be no 50-50 split this time.
Oh, I know. Because I'm taking 80%.
You tripping, dog.
Okay. 100%.
Deal.
Number 13, Politics Nation, Voter ID Disaster. Ahead of the 2016 elections, Thompson's Al Sharpton analyzes how new ID laws might disenfranchise black voters.
And states across the country have set up these new voter ID laws. But is the real purpose to disenfranchise people? Let's talk about it.
This is arguably one of Kenan's most spot-on impressions, only made funnier by his consistent mispronunciation of words. The highlight, of course, is when he's joined by statistical analyst Charles Richards, played by the real Al Sharpton.
The black vote is crucial this election. and you've created an Al Gore rhythm to show where our community is leaning.
That's right.
It's a testament to Kenan's talents that he can give such a phantom, nominally hilarious performance without cracking under pressure to do so in front of the person he's parodying.
Bill Clinton could walk into the BET Awards after party, sit at Rihanna's table, and order up a bowl of mac and cheese, and everybody would say, "That seems right."
It's unbelievably funny, and we could not stop laughing from beginning to end. Who had Kenan Thompson and Al Sharpton as an iconic comedy duo on their 2016 bingo cards? Not us.
Well, either way, it's phantom nominal.
It's pronounced phenomenal. What's going on with you today, Al? You're usually a very smart person.
Number 12, Black Panther New Scene. In this never-seen-before deleted scene, Chris Red's T'Challa arrives at the mystical realm of Djalia, where he's reunited with his ancestors. During their family reunion, he meets his uncle Mbutu, who he thought was still alive.
Yeah, well, the other night, I simply suggested, hey, maybe she wear a wig, you know, just to be playful. I said, damn woman, I'm tired of making love to Michael Jordan. That's the last thing I remember.
Mbutu is delightfully unhinged, and every moment just gets funnier. If the cast could barely keep it together during his reenactment of The Lion King, what hope did the rest of us have?
Yeah, that's still Frozen.
He even made himself chuckle a little. We're genuinely impressed that anyone made it to the end without collapsing entirely.
You know what happens when you go away? We just sit here. Yeah, they all turn into Panthers. I turn into a warthog again, and then they all start hunting me, man, because all they see is bacon.
After watching this sketch, we hoped Mbutu would cameo in the Black Panther sequel, even if he's just flipping burgers in the background. Number 11, Them Trumps. With Alec Baldwin apparently otherwise occupied, SNL needed to fill the 45th president-shaped hole in their popular parody lineup.
Careful about what you say today.
Careful. Man, please. My people are gonna be even more hyped because they all love Darius Trump.
So Kenan Thompson stepped up to help answer the question, what if the Trumps were black? It's a satirical take on the man's infamously offensive standpoints and real-life events, but without the white privilege.
Yeah. Maybe I've done some dirty things, but I'm making America great again. And what these feds don't realize is that I'm the president.
Thompson does a stellar job of playing Darius Trump, inserting comedy at all the right moments while appearing more dignified than his real-life counterpart. It's a witty commentary on modern-day America, and with Kenan at the helm, you simply cannot go wrong.
The most powerful man in the most respected office in the world. They can't lock me up. And even though I may be black...
Freeze, Trump, you're under arrest!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The way he's able to switch tones so suddenly is remarkable. Any chance we can keep these sketches coming? Number 10, Weekend Update. The Village People on Donald Trump using their music. During his 2020 campaign, the former president dealt with many cease and desists from artists who wanted nothing to do with him.
Stop it. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I said stop it. This is long overdue, cause we never said that we support you.
Among those was Victor Willis, better known as the cop from the YMCA music video, who considered legal action after the administration ignored his objections. Apparently, SNL thought this was hilarious and translated it into a hysterical Weekend Update bit.
He's gonna send you a cease and desist. Get ready for a cease and desist.
Rewriting the lyrics to the 70s classic, Kenan leads the reunited Village People in a spirited performance, albeit with a few additions that could land the group in hot water.
You're saying you're gonna shave Ivanka's head? You can't just say that. That's gotta be like a felony.
Hey, man, everything is legal if you sing it in a song.
The vibrancy and flamboyancy are priceless, and the lyrics are genius. Plus, those pelvic thrusts will live in our heads rent-free for years to come. Number 9, Eternal Spark of Love, Office Romance. You know who we want to narrate all our meet-cutes? Kenan Thompson.
And I'm talking romance. Will two strangers take a chance on love? Let's watch.
That voice, that piercing gaze, and that indisputable sense of logic. Thompson's narrator is all for sparks flying, but some quirks are just a little too out there to ignore.
She said she got 50 puppets for boyfriends. They got dance parties. How does she make 50 puppets dance? I mean, I heard her being freaky, but not too freaky. I don't really understand.
In this case, he can't quite get his head around J-Lo's Michelle's affinity for puppetry. His reactions range from angry to astounded, and occasionally he's even rendered silent, relying on crazy eyes to scream his confusion and rage. No matter what, though, this sketch would be nothing without Kenan's running commentary to keep it afloat.
I should show you my puppets. At least half of them are kids. They're so naughty.
Wait, they're naughty?
Yeah, sometimes I have to spank them.
What the damn? No!
Skits like this are why Kenan Thompson's often considered one of SNL's finest performers. He gives us everything and more. Number 8, Romance Bookstore. Even playing the straight character, Kenan manages to steal the show. In this sketch, he runs an erotic bookstore with an employee who takes the job a little too literally.
What's going on back there?
Oh, that's just Carol and Dan. She calls him Jean-Georges.
Huh. Why?
I don't know, but don't worry. They never do anything.
Thompson's left apologizing to the customers forced to listen to Carol and Jean-Georges, play out their fantasies. Still, we're not sure the writers could have given us anything funnier than Kenan's facial expressions as he acts out his frustration.
But she's the owner.
No, I am.
So, he doesn't work here?
Right.
And that doesn't bother you?
I mean, it really does, but what am I gonna do? Yeah.
Eventually, the shop owner has enough of the romance duo keeping their customers waiting and goes to confront them. And that's when the big twist happens.
Stop it and listen to me. I am on horseback. Leather chaps my skin as I ride atop the red rocks of Sedona.
Who knew that a straight-faced actor in a comedy sketch could be so darn funny? This story deserved a sequel. Number 7, Funeral Service. In this oddly amusing sketch, musical act Dan and Dee Dee pay their respects to their late friend David with a few tracks he apparently penned.
We'd like to share a song David wrote in remembrance of him. Dum da dum da dum da yeah yeah yeah. Dum da dum da dum da yeah yeah yeah. How do you like your sex? Hot.
It turns out that the deceased kept his musical talents and penchant for deep club tracks hidden from his wife. But thanks to an over-the-top series of delightfully inappropriate songs, everyone soon learns about David's secret hobby.
Bathroom bumps is happening tonight.
At first, we're as confused as the other guests, but Dan and Dee Dee's colorful performances quickly win us over. And as Leslie Jones says,
them songs was lit.
Arguably, funerals and deep club tracks might not scream comedy gold to you. But in the talented hands of this surprising duo, this sketch is a classic.
Here in my butt, as I'm moving the wall, I shake it up and down, I pump it all around, Here in my butt, as I'm
Number 6, Come Back, Barack. With a lot of uncertainty up ahead, Kenan collaborated with Chance the Rapper to celebrate the last Christmas with Barack Obama in the White House.
So 'tis the season, let's spread some cheer. It's the last Christmas with Barack still here. The last Christmas, Barack still here.
The following year, they reunited for another musical performance, this time a soulful ballad about lost love. And who should be the subject of their wistful longing?
So come back, Barack. Even though it's not alive, we want you back somehow. I need you.
Yep, the 44th Commander-in-Chief. The trio reminisces about the good old times, the craziness that ensued since, and even made an eerily spot-on prediction for 2020.
Come back, Barack.
But if she wanted to,
I vote for Joe Biden.
well, what about George Clooney? I mean, that dude was Batman. That'd be cool.
Both songs were nominated for an Emmy, with the viral Comeback Barack winning for Outstanding Music and Lyrics. We guess the Emmy committee really resonated with these songs. Plus, what a tune.
I'm in hell, dreaming about you and Michelle. So come back, Barack. Come on, man, we out in the rain.
Number 5, Family Feud, Extended Family. Thompson's Steve Harvey impression is a classic, and the Family Feud sketches never fail to make us laugh.
So you left her, and then you married her, and now y'all both here together? Oh, damn!
The heart wants what it wants, Steve.
That ain't the heart, player.
Although apparently the actual Steve Harvey wasn't initially a fan and had to grow to appreciate this send-up. These sketches have become a highly enjoyable staple on the show, largely thanks to Thompson's hilarious and fair impression.
Looks like the Williams-McGill family has a chance to steal. He has stolen enough from me, Steve! I guess I walked right into that one.
One of our favorite segments finds the host caught in a family dispute. SNL Steve Harvey revels in the drama and even fuels it a little, much to our enjoyment.
And I like it raw. I'm old school. Hey, Daryl, I hear you playing loud and clear. Show me I forgot to pull out.
This is arguably one of the most unhinged Family Feud bits, but Kenan stays on top of the humor and steers the sketch to its hilarious conclusion. Number 4, Sump'n Claus.
Me and my buddies got busted for drinking in the parking lot. Santa's not bringing me anything this year.
Where does Santa get off deciding who's been naughty and who's been nice? It's a little judgmental, don't you think? Still, if you're worried you've landed on the wrong list, don't worry. Sump'n Claus has your back.
But you know what I say? Everybody's getting something. Everybody's getting something. And I ain't talking about no toys. I give cash.
A former North Pole employee, Sump'n Claus hands out envelopes of cash to anyone in Santa's bad books. Where does he get all that cash from, we hear you ask?
Hey man, we don't need to talk about that.
Everybody's been naughty. Everybody's got flaws. If you've been crossed off Santa's list, here comes Sump'n Claus.
The entire concept is hilarious, and there's no one better to pull it off than Kenan Thompson. This sketch really showcases his impeccable rhythm, both musically and comically.
But you know what I say? Everybody's getting something. Everybody's getting something. Oh, you sweating Santa being mad at you? What, you thought y'all was friends?
Is it any wonder this sketch has become a holiday tradition for many fans? Now, if only Sump'n Claus were real. Number 3, Black Jeopardy with Tom Hanks. Black Jeopardy isn't just one of Kenan's best gigs as a fictional game show host. It's become one of the show's most beloved recurring sketches, and for good reason.
The new iPhone wants your thumbprint for your protection. Oh, okay then, Doug.
What is, I don't think so. That's how they get you.
Yes!
It created some of the series' funniest moments, providing a satirical commentary on society, culture, and politics.
They out here saying that every vote counts. Oh, Doug again.
What is, come on, they already decided who wins even before it happens.
Yes! Yes!
Thompson runs the show as Darnell Hayes, a delightfully enthusiastic host who is often confused by one of the guests on his show. Of course, the best example is the Tom Hanks episode, where the red-voting Doug surprisingly takes to the game like a fish to water.
Doug, I don't know what's going on, but the board is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Darnell. You people are fun. Can I say that? Is that okay? Can I say that?
We'll give you a pass this time.
Darnell and Doug share a unique chemistry that keeps us returning to this sketch time and time again. It never gets old. Number 2, Diner Lobster. This sketch started innocently enough with two guys at a diner. What could possibly happen? Even in our wildest imaginations, we could not have predicted that it would turn into a full-on Les Mis parody with Thompson as a crustacean Jean Valjean.
Who am I? And why am I condemned to boil alive? When all that I have done is live my life.
Yet here we are, and it was glorious. From the moment they wheel him out in his water tank, we're already giggling. And by the time he starts singing, we are in stitches.
And in that time, there's been no one to order any crustaceans. Who am I?
It's hard to believe it took SNL so long to greenlight this sketch. Perhaps they were just waiting on Kenan to grow into the legendary role.
Then join in the fight that would give us the right to be free.
He was clawsome. Hey, Broadway, your next Jean Valjean is treading the boards at Studio 8H. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The night before Star Jones's wedding. Kenan plays the host of The View on the night before her wedding.
Who the hell is that? Who would bother me the night before my damn wedding?
Star Jones' private line.
Courtroom. All rise for this wisecracking judge.
Who even knows what is happening there? I mean, really?
That's him and his friends getting eaten by the dinosaurs. I mean, I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to weigh in, but that's what it is.
Googie Renee's partially damaged Halloween costume discount basement. We love Googie Renee, but we think we'll take our shopping needs elsewhere.
What do you have in your hands?
I think it's a ghost costume, but the whole back's ripped out.
So? Ghosts don't turn around, they just approach. She out.
Permission. There's nothing sexier than consent.
Shake that booty. If you wanna drop that booty, it's your choice. We would love to touch your booty, but we will respect your voice. Pop that booty. If you feel it, drop it low. If you insist, we gon' treat that booty right. Cause we allies in this bit.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. What up with that? Samuel L. Jackson and Carrie Brownstein. If there was any single sketch that cemented Kenan as a national treasure, we would argue that this is it. He plays DeAndre Cole, a talk show host who, let's just say, does more singing than talking.
We're gonna drink libations. Gonna be a revelation, jubilation. It's gonna be a holly, jolly, good golly, it's folly.
Actually, no one really gets to talk, thanks to the host's overzealous musical tendencies. Anyway, as even the most casual SNL viewer knows, one segment from 2012 remains infamously iconic.
Okay, that's how it is. Now, I'm trying to talk about helping people here. So don't you dare cut me off.
I won't cut you off, but I got to say.
Guest Samuel L. Jackson dropped a couple of profanities due to what he claimed to be a misunderstanding. Despite this unfortunate curveball, Kenan seamlessly and professionally brings the sketch back on track without breaking character.
Hey! Also, come on, Sam.
Some bull.
Come on now. That costs money.
Thompson doesn't have nearly enough Emmys for the joy he's brought us for 20 years. To which we say, what up with that?
Hey, 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 hey! What's up with that? What's up with this?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.